Welcome back to Attingham Park. We are on the way. Well, we're here actually. Field 45. It is time to plant this field. Well, the majority of our fields for the last time. So let's have a look at the state of this field. I thought we'd been round this with a layer of fertiliser. Possibly not. Okay, never mind. We have loaded up the drill seed for bags are back at the farm. Everything's been repaired, so we are good to go. So what we need to do is change the crop type. So we will put wheat in this field. We'll put barley in the other one, and I should know this, 39. And then I think that's it for planting wise. And then we've obviously got our soybeans to harvest and the remainder of our corn. So let's get unfolded and make a start. It seems kind of strange or pointless planting the fields when we're not going to get round to harvesting them, but yeah, I don't want to leave them lying dormant. Might as well be some level of growth shown while we're finishing up this series. I say finishing up, this is what, episode 43, so 7 episodes left after this one. Yeah. So yeah, we've still got a bit to go, let's put it that way. I'm not quite sure where we'll end up, as in on this let's play, this save game, you know, whereabouts in the year we'll finish up. Let's see how we get on. But yeah, I think I've quite enjoyed this one actually. It's been one where it's been a bit of a learning curve. You know, first episode, thinking back, you know, loads of hype around this map, and the sound was atrocious. Learning with maizeplus, and sort of getting my head around that. You know, it's been cool. Like I say, I've definitely enjoyed this one. Still got no idea where we're going to go next. There's a couple of sort of thoughts in the back of my head. Like I said, I think I've said this before, about what I'd like to do, and what I'd like to use. Being cryptic because I don't know completely yet, so rather than say this is definitely what we're doing and then it'd be different, yeah, leaving it vague. Yeah, really do need to start thinking about it. I was going to start a sort of mini time-lapse series again, but I'm not 100%. You know, Wise Man once said to me, make videos that you would want to watch. I'm not saying who that person is, because they'll get an even bigger head. And I guess that's right, you know, they're dead easy to record. You know, I think last Christmas I spent, I don't know, let's say 4 hours, and that's a series, because they're sort of 20-minute jobs, you know, on a small map like we did on Colonia. You know, the small, easy to do jobs that don't take long, but they take a while to edit. You know, you've got to find the music, get it over the top. If you're using, it sounds such first world problems, if you're using music off of bend sound, or I can't remember what the other one is I use. Upbeat. It's copying all the licenses, you know, making sure that we're not going to get copyright. It's not a strike claim. That's it. So by the time you've done that, you could have edited a, not feature length, but, you know, an episode like this. So pros and cons. So yeah, I'm torn. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. Did you actually watch the Colonia stuff? I think they did all right. Reviews. I think the benefit to ones like that is if there's a new popular map out, it's dead easy to jump on and set up. There's not a lot of thought has to go into it, and that sounds really bad, but what I mean by that is you can just jump on and play it, not necessarily have to think about how you're going to do things or what you're going to do. You could just start from, you know, on New Farmer or whatever and just crack on. So yeah, I'm torn. I'm not sure. Used to be indecisive. And now I'm just not sure. What else? This week it's been a long one. This is what, Friday afternoon now, so work's done, thankfully, but yeah, just need a rest. Oh, it's just, you know, it's just the way it is, work life, you know, can't change it. So just got to crack on and just get on with it, really. Stop whinging. You know, can't afford not to work. So yeah, just got to get on with it. So talking of getting on with it, wheat is going in nicely. We'll have to come through and fertilise at some point, but that's okay. Like I said, we're going to put barley in 39, was it? And then we'll see about where we are in the series, what we put in the soybean field or in the corn field. So I would think we'd get round to planting those, but we shall see. So we're going to finish this third headland, and then we'll start the... I'm probably going to go across the field, I think. Just for a bit of a change, really. So I will see you once we've got ourselves a GPS course set and we're doing the centre of the field. So looking at the seed, chances are we're going to need to refill. Not a problem. I did buy 4 bags full of seed and 4 of fert, so we've got plenty back at the yard if we need it, or when we need it, should I say. But yeah, it's kind of turn the computer on. I was like, right, what are we doing? Because I'd like to. It's not difficult to do. The way I do the recordings and the time I get to do the recordings, it's sort of it becomes very much a right. This is the oaks week, or this is Attingham week. You know, that sort of the way I just seem to get into a flow where, right, I'll do back-to-back recordings on the Oaks, Attingham, etc, and it runs like that. Ideally, I'd like to get to a point where I've got enough videos recorded that we could do like Attingham one day, like a Wednesday, and Oaks Friday, and multiplayer on a Sunday, you know, that sort of the way I kind of used to do it, really. it's just, yeah, it's just how it works at the minute, really. Yeah, I'd love to get a set schedule and stick to it and all that lot, but it's just not how it works. Missed a bit there. So yeah, you'll have to bear with, but there's nothing really I can do about it. So we've got the cruise control set, and I'm actually just using the keyboard at the moment. I find it a little bit easier to just press A or D, depending on which way around we are. Or put the lights on, in fact. Then having to turn off GPS, use the wheel, etc, etc. So for these shorter runs, it does make it a bit easier. There we go. Drop it back down. And then that little slither there, and we're done for this side. So, all good. Let's just get that back on there. Lower it down. There we go. Right, that's going to save. Who knew? Just check we haven't missed anything. Right, we'll grab that tiny little bit over here. And then we are into the longer runs, which is what we want. There we go. Knit that little bit there. Spin it back round. Get lined up. There we go. Jobs are good done. There we go. I think this drill is probably about right for this size of field, or the size of fields that we've got. One, I don't think we could afford to go much bigger. In fact, have a quick look in the sales. Oh, fast track. Nice Deutz. Don't think we need a Challenger. And here is the rain. That's mildly annoying. How long is that in for? Oh, you are kidding. 1 to 2 o'clock. Right. Let's finish what we were doing and take a look in the store anyway. Yeah, Challenger's probably a bit of overkill. Ooh, Merlot. Nice little voucher. I don't think there's anything that we really need there. What have we got leased at the minute, actually? That's all okay. That's, yeah. Okay, no, I'm happy with that. Right. Just trying to think. We could probably go a little bit longer, I think, on the drilling. If it's just started. And we'll see how far we get. And if it's still going, which it will be. I think we'll give it a bit longer. Try and get a bit more done. And, yeah, see what time we can actually finish the field off. Now, we all know that planting, drilling, seeding in the rain within FS22 makes no odds. Doesn't matter one single bit. But it just doesn't feel right. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this run. There we go. Turn off. We'll just turn that there. Hold that up. We'll head back to the farm. And we can refill and, yeah, find something to do whilst we wait for this rain to clear off. Yeah, refill the drill. Probably feed the cows. In fact, we might start, actually, get some beacons on. We might sell the beef cattle, I think. Now, they're not at the best price, but I don't think we're going to get to a point where they will be, is what I'm getting at. So that is the plan. We are going to fill up the cedar, top the cow's food up, and then sell some of the beef cattle. So just down by the cows, and if I shut up for a minute, you can hear, and I knew that it did it, but I'd just forgotten about it. You can hear the rain on the tin roof. I think is quite cool. Right, excuse me, Mr. Cow. I'm going to run you over before we sell you, but needs must. Let's get that all topped up. There we go. Yeah, at least they sound grateful. Don't need the beacons on in here. How much are they going to take? More than I thought. Oh, there we go. Right. That's that done. Drop that off. Go and find ourselves a trailer, which I think... Here it is. Here we go. We will load up and I will see you down at the animal dealer. Right then, here we are. Attingham Livestock Sales. We'll get spun round. There we go. And then back up. Unfold the trailer. There we go. And hit the R key. So, how many have we got? One of those, okay. Go. How many have we got? 5 of those. And 2 of those. Now, I do hope that you can't hear in the background the washing machine. It's just started to spin. Ugh. So what did we get for that? About 12,000. Can you see in here? Sold animals. £11,304. Lovely. Right. I will go and get another load and I will see you in a little minute. So I've loaded up the full trailer load. Let's put it that way. Is that a cow's nose? It is. Oh dear. But we've got one left. So we are going just to... Is it one? Yeah, one. One left. So... No. Oh, I can't do it that way. How annoying. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We will jump into the Massey and pull out the way of the trigger. Go and sell this one directly. There we go. That's better. Oh, so we are left with 90 Holsteins, which is fine. So we can now hop in and head up to the animal dealer. Sped up the time a bit, just so we are hopefully going to get the rain out of the way and we can crack on with the seeding. Strawberries are starting to produce again. Lovely. Now, where I was going to talk about? Oh, that was it. Terra Life Plus. It was this stream last night with Disturbed and the alien Paul. Now, Terra Life scares me. Honestly. Until, you know, until it releases, and nobody knows when that will be. It's like any other mod. Yeah, until you start using something, it's just that there's no point even trying to work it out. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. I'm back. What was I saying? Terra Life Plus stream releases. Oh, that was it. So any when you put a mod onto Mod Hub, you get an amount of money per download and all that lot. What the team are doing is, or one of the stipulations for sort of Terra Life Plus maps, is that all of the donations will go to charity, which I think is really cool. You know, you get the option, and I just think it's a really nice, is it gesture? Yeah, gesture, I guess. Yeah, doing something good, putting back into the world. So that's another 12,920 pounds. So, with all that rambling, a minor coughing fit, we are now going to head back down to the farm. We will top up the cows with feed, and then we'll advance time until the rain has stopped and we can finish putting the wheat in the ground. Finally back in the field. Just gone 3:30. Very overcast, but I guess that's September weather for us. So, what are we doing? Come on, think about it. Right, what was I going to say? I was going to talk about... What was it? Mine's gone blank. Oh, that was it. Video style. I don't know if you're bothered or if you've noticed, whatever, that there's less, in fact none, or no montagey bits or time lapses. Listening to Disturbed, of all people, you know, haven't got a man crush or anything, but it's like, you know, how many times do you sit and watch a video with time lapse in it and actually sort of watch that bit of the video? Do you skip it? You actually think, well, sometimes. And then I looked at videos where I'd done that sort of thing, and the view duration is so much lower, because that element of the video is skipped. So trying it, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot more difficult talking for a full video rather than filling it with, you know, 1, maybe 2 minutes of montage or time lapse. So giving it a go, and so far the sort of view durations are up, which is good. So yeah, and also I've started to take or create different thumbnails. Haven't had to use a different one yet, but whilst creating them, I thought if I make a couple, then if it's sort of, you know, if your click-through rate is lower, generally it's the title, you know, different titles possibly, then you can change it. So yeah, just trying different things. I do watch the vidIQ videos and some of the shorts that they do, and you know, they say spend double the time you spend on certain things. So that's what I'm trying to do. I think it's working. I think it's paying off. I don't spend massive amount of time on them. The hardest thing for me is thinking of titles. I'd love to be able just to go, you know, Attingham Park episode 43 and leave it at that, but I don't know, it's something I've always done. You know, trying to think of catchy titles is tricky, I suppose. But yeah, I think I said it in an Oaks video. It's all about learning and that grind towards ultimate stardom. Not really. Yeah, yeah. So, grinding on, trying different things, and waffling a lot. So, I'll do a bit more. I don't think we're going to get to the other field today, but that is not a problem. Let's just have a look. Oh, of course it's going to save, really. We've got corn, and the soybeans can be done from October, and we can plant barley in October. So it might be that we advance some time. I have to turn cruise control off and move into October just to start the harvest. We'll need to get ourselves a corn header, but bank account should allow us to do that. And yeah, and then we're obviously moving through time. We've still got things to do, but we don't need to be lingering in September. Nearly finished with nearly at the fence. The planting, drilling, seeding of the wheat. I think what we're going to do is we are going to finish this up, and then we'll go and grab the roller, get the field rolled, and that'll be a video. Then, as I said, the plan will be to move into October, and hopefully the soybeans and the corn will be ready early enough so we can get them done before planting the barley, just to mix it up a bit. And everybody loves a good harvest. Talking of harvest, Ollie Blogs, and I'm sure many other farmers in the UK have started barley harvest. So yeah, he's not very well though, poor bloke, got COVID. So yeah, it's like I say, everyone loves a harvest video, and especially him using his new combine that they took on the combine challenge from John O'Groats to Land's End. I think they went that way around. Yes, they did. So yeah, it's quite cool. I think it's weird. I mean, I went probably, I don't know, maybe a month or so not watching his stuff. Why is that not? There we go. Let's try and get the seed build up as well. Get close enough. There we go. So yeah, I probably went a month or so without watching any of his stuff. I can't remember what got me back into it. I can't remember the video. But the point I'm making is that it's weird how you sort of not go off creators. But again, it's all down to the old thumbnail and the title, and something must have sparked my interest again. I can't remember which video it was. Yeah, back into watching him now, so that's cool. Right, we want the roller and not the mulcher. So we'll get hooked up, I'll go and make a start, and then we'll catch up in a little while, I think. If I can get this positioned. So we're well on with the rolling, and I'm having a bit of a play with headland mode in GPS. There you go. See, I didn't touch anything then. So it stopped itself and turned off guidance steering, which is pretty cool. So we can now, if we can just keep it going, and then turn it back on. And I wonder what are the, so it can stop. With the headland mode, you can set the acting strategy on the headland. Now, we're not going to do too much on this because I don't want to steal somebody else's thunder when they get round to doing a vid on it. But I just thought it'd be cool to have a bit of a play. Do really want to get into is it VCA? Oh, I can't remember the name of the other one. There's another one, but I want to try them. Used, I think it's VCA on the when it was Maypole multiplayer for the Disturbed Patreons. Oh, I turned it off myself then. But yeah, and it's, you know, incredibly easy to use. Yeah, I'd like to quite get into that. So when a new save comes along, that will be one of the things that goes in, and we can have a go at using another very clever mod. So yeah, that is the plan there. So we'll get to the end down here, and with our finger hovering over the brake, we'll see what happens. So I've never used it before, but yeah, always worth having a bit of an experiment. It's how you learn. There you go, very deep and meaningful video today. No, okay, so it wasn't going to stop, which is fine, as long as we know. Right, we will turn around and crack on back down the field. I'm going to do the majority of this, I think, now, off camera, and I'll catch up when we're nearly finished. Well, I have to say that was a rather relaxing 20 minutes-ish, I guess. That's up. So, yeah, I do. As slow a process as it is, I do quite like a bit of rolling. Makes the field look lovely. There we go. We'll get off the field. We can turn off the GPS. Get that lifted up and folded away. Stick on some beacons and head back down to the farm. So, in between episodes, I will keep the animals alive, promise. Do all the stuff that I need to do to get into October and to get to a point where our crops, our final crops, are ready to harvest. So that is what I'm going to do now. So thank you very, very, very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.